Hey everyone, Gio here from Apocaflix Movies. This is our movie watching challenge, and last week I was challenged by Mr. Jake Berlin to watch Copland. This is the James Mangold directed movie, his second feature film in his ever-growing impressive filmography. This is a Sylvester Stallone-led movie that I have been wanting to see for the longest time, and thanks to this little thing that we do on Apocaflix Movies called the Movie Watching Challenge, I was finally able to watch it on HBO Max. And the first thing I'll say is how impressive the cast is for, again, the second film in James Mangold's filmography. I mean, Sylvester Stallone gets a lot of hype whenever this movie is talked about. But then you got Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, Harvey Keitel, Peter Berg, Robert Patrick, among many other familiar faces. All of them deliver. All of them are just as great as they were in the 90s and 80s. I'm talking specifically Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Harvey Keitel. Those are actors who have worked in crime dramas before, Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino, so on and so forth. But nobody is more impressive than Sylvester Stallone as Freddy, who is the sheriff in a small town. His town is filled with a bunch of corrupt law enforcement officers, cops, and the story is they try and cover for one of their own who messed up and got a little short tempered, hot headed, and ended up killing some people. It's a story that is still relevant today, unfortunately. But the story was well told, in my opinion. James Mangold, while he doesn't do it on a level like we've seen from a Scorsese with The Departed or from another crime drama movie that I love, Pride and Glory, I found this one to be very enjoyable. It is performance driven. Sylvester Stallone, you root for the guy. You just can't help but love him and the kind of character that he plays. Around this time, Sylvester Stallone is, towards the end of his macho action stardom, but this is a different kind of role for him, one where he's very reserved. He's sort of like a gentle giant, but he's Sylvester Stallone, and you can kind of buy into that. At any moment he can just turn it on and become just this dangerous sheriff who doesn't mess around. And in this movie, they show that a couple of times where he is just deadly with a gun. But I thought his performance was unlike anything that I have seen. And I'm talking about watching this movie decades later. I mean, having seen his Oscar nominated performance and loving it in Creed, this one gives it a run for its money. I don't think he was nominated, but nevertheless, he is impressive. Um, like I said, the cast itself, the fact that James Mangold managed to pull this ensemble together for this kind of story, which is very unique for its time. Um, Not entirely new, but still very well told. It definitely lived up to my expectations from a performance level. I thought the story was good. I thought James Mangold did a great job given the ensemble. And so I give it two thumbs up. Thank you, Jake, for recommending this movie. I am happy that I finally watched it. And those of you who have seen the movie watching challenge videos know what time it is. It's time for me to challenge somebody else. So I'm looking at you, Mr. Keith Barnes, and you are going to see one of my favorite racing movies. It's Ron Howard's Rush. The movie is about Formula One racing, starring Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl. I think that's how his name is pronounced. So you get to see Rush. I think it's on Prime Video, maybe HBO Max. Regardless, it'll be a fun time, and I think you'll enjoy it, Keith. That's going to do it for our video. You guys make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you did enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and our social medias on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And of course, you guys can find us talking about the movie watching challenge, amongst other things, movies related, on our our movie hangout show, Apocaflix Now, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys later.